Hello guys, welcome to my another video. This time I am reviewing Thomson Auth Pro 2000. This is a 4K UHD TV which supports Dolby Vision and HDR, HDR10 as well as HDR10 Plus as well. So this TV has a rich vivid colors. This has an aspect ratio of 16:9 as a normal TV usually does. So normally this is an IPS LCD display. So this display is really nice as because this is an IPS panel, so the viewing angles are really good for these panels. So this is among the cheapest 4K panel, 4K IPS panel to be precise, to be found under this price category. So this TV, I have bought this TV for around 23,000, which includes 2 years of extended warranty also during the Flipkart Big Billion Sale, which was a great deal. And this TV also do supports Google Assistant, which is there in the remote. So I will let you know about this remote in a brief. So this is the remote which is provided. So as you can see, it is a big bulky remote. First I thought this is a bulky remote, but this is really useful in some scenarios. I will let you know in the video. Like for example, if you are in the Netflix app, so let's dive into the Netflix app, and you can see, let me load this app. So as you can see, there are profiles and I have pinned related to each profiles. So if I need to type this thing, for a normal user you have to type in through a keyboard, but using this remote I can directly type in without clicking on a button, and it does works really well. So as I am now in Netflix, let me show you something like the shows, how it performs. So yeah, you can see as on the top, this is an Ultra HD 4K at the top, so it playbacks at full 4K resolution in Netflix, which is excellent. And seriously, the viewing angles are really good. So there are pretty much enough shows currently in Netflix which supports this 4K format. Also the HDR format is also supporting 4K HDR. So as I can, let me show you something. So as this is loading, you can see at the top it's an HDR written at the top. So it is now currently playing at an HDR resolution. Let me show you some info about this. So see, as you can see, the video is taking 7.6 Mbps and it is 2160, which is a 4K. So yeah, this is currently running at a 4K resolution, and you can see alongside it is actually taking a bit higher on the Mbps side. It will go a maximum of 15.25 Mbps and it stops over there. So yeah, this is great. Now let's talk about some another features also. Like this TV do also has Dolby Vision, but currently due to some weird updates or something like that from their side, the Dolby Vision is currently broken, so it is not playing Dolby Vision at the moment. Like but all HDR and 4K are supporting right at the moment. Even the Disney Plus Hotstar also now supports 4K HDR, which is really great. And they had given that very fast. Like you can see now, it is showing HDR, 4K UHD as well as 5.1 Dolby, which all of these formats are supported in this TV, which is great at this price point. And also all the major OTT platforms you will find over here, like Amazon Prime, Hotstar and everything else. So this TV is currently running on Android 10. So out of the box it was running Android 10 for me, but it actually came in the month of September, which was in Android 9, but I got it out of the box with Android 10, which is great. And this TV has 1.75 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of internal storage, which is a bit low, but I don't think people use to download apps or games on a TV. It's just for using OTT apps only, so those things are really fine. So now let me show you something about the settings also. So this is the settings you normally get like Wi-Fi, but this is a single band Wi-Fi it supports right now. but you will find the picture setting using the menu icon over in the remote. You click on the menu icon and go to the mode settings, and there is the picture settings. So currently I am running at a backlight of 60, which is fine actually. This is my usual settings. You can see like gamma, color temperatures, and in advanced video you do have more options like DI flip mode, local contrast, adaptive luma control. Most of them are turned off, but yeah, these are the features in the picture. And in the sound also there are DTS Studio surround sound. I do enable the surround sound in this one, not a true volume, but yeah, DTS surround sound is good. And you can see the SPDIF type. It supports this amount of SPDIF type is to support SPDIF. And yep, these are the things there in the sound setting as well. Let me show you some additional settings. First I need to go to the source and select HDMI, any HDMI. Currently I don't have any signal to my HDMI. Go to the menu option and go to the mode setting. You can see huge setting comes up over here. You can go to the setup and you can see here you can find the HDMI 2.0 setting. So all of the HDMI at the back, it supports 3 HDMI, so all of the HDMI supports 2.2, so which is good. You can find them here. You have parental settings also, so you can do that, and normal settings in the normal category. So yeah, these are the mainly settings over there in this TV. So now let's dive into the YouTube. And so you can see on my remote there is a hotkeys for Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube and Google Play. So like pressing on the YouTube button directly navigates to the YouTube, and you can use the Google Assistant to invoke anything like let me show you. Play 4K video. So it just plays a 4K video, like it's currently playing ad. So yeah, this is a 4K HDR video. As you can see at the top, it shows HDR. So yeah, look at the picture quality guys, it is just stunning. Like the picture quality is just absolutely stunning, and it is running at 60 fps, you know, as this video is a 4K 60 fps HDR video. So yeah, it is playing at a 4K HDR mode. So this is how the picture quality looks like. Let me show you a brief about the sound quality. It's currently now in 18 only, but the sound is quite loud. This is a 30-watt speaker by the way, so it produces a rich sound, which is nice in this price point, but you can also use a sound bar to enjoy more of it. So now let's go back to the home screen. Yep, so we are now in the home screen. Let me talk you something more why I chose this TV over another TV, because this is first of all cheapest, second of all it is an IPS TV, and an IPS TV are good for gaming also. I bought this TV for PlayStation 5 only. This TV can run a 4K 60 fps to HDMI, and which is fine for me because there are hardly any TV which supports 120 fps in India. If it is, then it costs more than lakhs, so I prefer to use a 4K 60 panel only. And surely I will be bringing more videos regarding the PlayStation 5 for this TV. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is one of the cheapest alternative for a 4K TV at this price points. So hope you are liking this video. So please like, share and subscribe this video, and see you guys in the next video. Tata, bye bye.